Okay, anyways, so we go to the Giants, like I said, who not only are they bad, but they also just want to self implode and just be as bad as they possibly can be, and then set new records for being bad. I think they're trying to achieve like the level that the Jets have been at. So yeah, so the Giants decided to implode, and one of my favorite stories was Joe Looney. Did you see this about the offensive guard?
No.
So if I'm right, I think the timeline is that Joe Looney signed with the Giants. What was it, like on Thursday? And then had this massive fight that he was a part of on like Saturday. And then like Monday they ran sprints. And then literally on Tuesday, like he announced he was retiring. It was like it was like this man literally went from signing on to the team, being with the team for a fight, then watching the team get punished, and people citing that like their punishment was like running laps and doing stuff that like they haven't done since literally they were like in fourth grade. And then he literally retired a day later.
Yeah, right.
And I'm
I
just
mean,
like, you guys have to realize that like these are grown adults, and that like, hey, go do a lap is not the same when you're talking to a 30-year-old guy versus, a 16-year-old kid that's just being kind of a, you know, a-hole. Like,
right.
you know, so
No, I think that's I thought it was actually like a really unusual thing, but I guess it's not super unusual where you just see a bunch of veterans and different players retiring during training camp because they're like, do I want to come back? Do I still have it? And then they go through that and they're like, yeah, no, I'm done. Never mind.
well, I mean, it happens. I mean, there was that freaking story of oh, what's his face that sent that corner. I think it was a corner for the Bills where he retired at half.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff happens where the players just like have a moment, like they have like it happens all the time in sports, so they just have like an epiphany almost where they're just like, yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Yep.
Like I just like that's it. I've met like where I just don't got it anymore, and I don't really feel like I want to do it anymore, and then they just don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It happens.
um yeah, it happens, and maybe that's the case, but I also do
So
feel like
grabbing Booker's
all
arm
of the
so he
stuff I've
can
heard
get to
coming out
loose
of
ball
the
was the
Giants
ruling
camp
there.
is that like players are just not happy with the way that it's being run there, and that people are saying like, like one player was quoted saying that like he comes from the Bill Belichick school, and like he thinks that he could just walk in and do that kind of stuff
Oh, it's Matt
with
Patricia all
disregarding
over
the fact
again.
that, well, it's like people just don't realize that like Bill Belichick can be Bill Belichick because he's won 6 championships. Like it's
Yeah.
just, like he consistently put a team out there that's very good, and so like it's called the Patriot Way for a reason because it's Bill Belichick. He can do what he wants. Like Bill Belichick failed as a coach for Cleveland back when he first started coaching, and that's why he got the Patriots job, is because he failed in Cleveland and then he ended up going to the Patriots. And so what people need to realize is that like he failed in Cleveland because he was not Bill Belichick yet, and he was trying to run Bill Belichick's style of coaching, and it just wasn't working. And
Hmm.
then they weren't good, and so then that just married together was a bad situation, and so he was fired. But Bill Belichick is able to run the style of team he is. This is the same issue that they had with Matt Patricia and the Lions. It's because Matt Patricia tried to walk in and act as if he was a similar Bill Belichick type of person, and people were like, "Dude, you haven't won jack. Like Bill Belichick is the reason why you're where you are. So don't
Right.
try to act like you can just act like Bill Belichick. Like he can act like that because he has that kind of credit and that kind of respect." And that's the thing that people fail to see or fail to recognize, is that these are adults. You have to earn respect with adults.
Yeah.
And the way you earn respect is by winning 5 or 6 championships, aka what Bill Belichick's done, and why people respect whatever he says and whatever he tells you to do.
Yeah. No. I think it's funny. I hate when coaches do the petty stuff like that, and I love to see it backfire. So I'm a huge fan of that. I was a huge fan of Tom Coughlin fizzling out because of his stupid tactics. So
Yeah.
the more the merrier. I don't have any love. I don't have any care for the Giants. They don't interest me at all. If they'll implode, that's awesome. More fun to watch. I love a Matt
Yeah.
Patricia repeat if that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
So